Hi, Sam. Thanks for joining me. Obviously, the volume of the cars around me means I'm probably shouting at you, but I'm looking forward to starting from the back of the grid in this soft opening of Gorilla 59's G59 Player Gab series, which we will be plugging incessantly during the feed.
We'll absolutely be doing that, and I can't wait to really get stuck in what will be a fantastic race. It's a delight to join here. The name is Joe Lopo, by the way, in case you're wondering. That is my real name. All eyes on the rookie Gab59 today as he looks to show the doubters why he can be the first single 34-year-old to win a Grand Prix in his rookie year. It's going to be a real special day, I think.
And thank you, Joe Lopo, and apologies for not using the name Joe Lopo in our introductions before. So, Joe, I'm just going to get into my warm-up routine here, and because everyone's starting to fire up, so we're going to go for it.
Brilliant.
So, Joe, we're going to be doing a 5-lap race. I'm just going to fire the max rev and get up to the start, but over to you. Oh, I've missed it.
Oh dear. I'm having a bit of technical issues here. I'm just rebooting. Here we go. It's looking slow at the back at the moment.
Sam, I'm just on the first lap here. Got Danny Kvyat weaving all over me in the braking zone. Got to take it easy on the wheel. Late night repairs to my steering wheel mean that the left gear paddle is slightly more fragile than the right down the inside.
It's looking like a tough race down there. How's your engineer team feeling about it currently?
Well, I've not heard from Jeff in a while. I imagine he's busy getting a sandwich or giving the other driver a hard time or...
Now talk us through the ins and outs of that. With getting sandwiches, is this an optimum time for someone to get a sandwich at the beginning of the race?
Jeff seems to think so, but I'd rather he'd be on the pit wall doing his job, if I'm honest.
Well, people have to eat, you know, and nature calls, and you don't want a hungry race engineer, that's for sure. Oh, looks like a tight overtake there. Perfect time for DRS. No, maybe not, it was a tight corner.
DRS won't be engaged till lap 3, I believe, Joe.
Lap 3. That's good to know. That's good for our viewers to know, those who are new to Formula 1 or have never seen cars race quite like this.
So, Joe, as you know, there's a lag between my feed and the Twitch feed. I've just gone into the back of Gasly. You can use his real name, yeah. So feel free to describe the action at your pace.
I will, because for viewers at home, I am also watching a live feed. I couldn't be there in Australia, unfortunately, even though I've heard it's a beautiful day. But we're looking at a Twitch feed because of obviously lockdown issues and not being able to fly. But you've managed to get out of there okay.
Yes, Joe, I'm not sure what position you have me reading in at the moment. Oh, I've just run wide through 9 and 10.
Currently looking at around 17th, I believe.
Yeah, I'm probably a few corners ahead of you at this moment. Feel free to just keep describing what you're seeing for our loyal audience.
Well, it's looking like a real tight race at the moment, and having had a little bit of experience in racing myself over the past couple of days, that is virtual racing, I really struggled on any corners. So it's just great to see you flying around these corners and not flying off.
Well, Joe, it's a tricky skill, and someone's got to do it. And luckily
I've just heard
my mum's credit card thinks I can do it.
I've just heard from one of our colleagues that there is apparently no lag. Maybe a bit of lag for you, Gabriel, but none for me.
Okay, I can't really get into the philosophical debate of the lag at the moment, but I'll
well,
sure
you were
look at
after
it.
chatting about sandwiches just a minute ago, so, you know. You've got to take the rough with the
green sector
smooth.
1. I'm pushing now. Got to close this gap up in front of me. Give the viewers something to watch.
Now, if you're watching at home at the moment, it doesn't seem that exciting because there's no real cars around. But we hope if our racer gets a little closer, I can start commentating on something other than the aesthetic of the trees, which also look fantastic. Just beautiful
I've gone green
Australian
sector 2
trees.
as well, Joe. I've gone green sector 2.
That's great. For anyone at home, he's gone green sector 2. There's a little helicopter above. I believe my friend Joe is flying that. Good man, Joe. Wanted to be a racer himself.
Here we go. Starting to catch rookie George Russell.
Of course, rookie George Russell.
AI
What
Russell,
a
not the real Russell, of course. I'm going to hit the old ERS to hot lap. I feel like I've got to push now.
0 seconds.
It feels the same. How are you feeling currently the race is going for you?
Well,
There's
I
only
find
2
myself
laps
here on
left.
lap 4, the penultimate. I wish I was a bit closer, to be honest.
I guess
and now I've
many
caught up with the
people-
pack, and it's going to really start to heat up here, and I've got to stay patient and wait for an opportunity to overtake. And I've got to manage
guess
this ERS better than I am. And I've got to learn to broadcast and not get confused and stay focused. Because I am missing shifts all over the shop here.
Well, that's good. We won't be going to you for a while because you keep interrupting me. But apart from that, you're doing fantastic out there. And, you know, there are no real losers in Formula One. It's just brilliant that you've even got to this stage, frankly. And to anyone watching, wherever you are in the world, I hope you can appreciate the skill level required to brake and then accelerate and also turn corners. We were hoping for perhaps a higher podium finish for this heralded rookie from West London.
Go down the inside, George Russell. I've done it. No, it's cut me off. Sorry to interrupt you there again, Joe.
That's quite fine. I'm getting quite used to it.
ERS up to
This
max.
is your final lap.
He's going to do it here.
For the race.
Done
There's
it.
some great racing going on here. Russell left in the dust. Now, can he make up the other 15 places to win? Probably not in one lap. But we can only dream here in Melbourne / the internet.
ERS up to max. Final lap. Let's go. I've caught up to Hulkenberg. Now I can really attack on the way out. Here we go. He's weaving.
Well, on the last lap, it's probably pertinent time to talk about our sponsors. We want to thank Old El Paso for continuing to give us money to broadcast online, and also Robinson's, putting the fruit in real fruit.
I'm not seeing any of that money, Joe. I would love to talk about that after the race, actually. As I do the Renaults.
Well-
I'm going to do both the Renaults.
You start winning, and we'll start paying.
Oh, he's taking me out. That's ruined it. It's ruined the race. I'll limp over the finish line. Joe, I'm not sure you saw that.
I did. And it's a real disappointing end to a disappointing day, one could say. This is obviously really a kind of warm-up for our big race on Saturday. And in case you're wondering, yes, it is happening on Saturday, and yes, it is at 11 AM. And that's going to be really difficult for me because I'm currently waking up on an average at about 2 PM per day. But I will be there with my cup of tea and Pro Plus. And we'll be hoping for a better finish than 19th. I must say, when I was playing last night, I actually won a race. So I don't know how to quite take this as a broadcaster and a commentator, that I'm perhaps better than the single 34-year-old rookie that we're seeing before us.
Well, that's a great opinion to have, Joe, and an easy one from an armchair. If you would focus on doing your job here, we have some user engagement with Will Sam asking where are some good places with free to use Wi-Fi in Melbourne. I don't know, Will Sam, mainly because I've not been to Melbourne or used the Wi-Fi there. But hopefully that will change once the Twitch millions start rolling in. Thanks to this really high-end broadcast brought to you by Gorilla59 and Joe Lopo.
Joe Lopo's the name. Don't get it confused.
Thanks for tuning in. That was the soft opening of our Twitch feed. We'll be going again, as Joe explained, at 11 AM this Saturday. At 50% race pace, career mode. I put the Aston Martin Red Bull on pole. Joe will be commentating and probably describing a bit more of the action, rather than just constantly having pops at the 34-year-old protagonist in his way. Joe,
well, let's hope we'll see some real racing. That's all I'll say. You know, I just want to be the people's voice, and that's the most important thing. Really understanding and leveling with the people at home who are also seeing a struggling racer out there at the moment. And a man who maybe should be putting in a bit more practice. How's that wheel of yours? I heard there was a little bit of trouble coming into the race.
Yes, well, one of the gear paddles sensor snapped last night whilst I was practicing this event. It's going to feature in the YouTube series, actually. It was a last-minute mechanical failure which I had to fix myself with a screwdriver. Had to take the face of the wheel off. I then had to reattach the sensor using a makeshift device of a cotton bud. So there's a cotton bud in there holding together my Formula 1 career. Disappointing not to give you a better show. I felt like I gave you a great last lap. We'll go again on the weekend where the stakes are slightly higher and the performance has been better.
Well, for anyone else who switched off halfway through that, we will again be registering more races this Saturday at 11 AM. I can't wait to commentate.
Thanks for the follow as well. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for everyone watching. Thank you, Joe Lopo, as well, for all the abuse. Have a good one.
Yeah.